Hi everyone, today we are going to talk about how to include the demo dataset into a R package. If you are not familiar with developing R packages, it would be a bit better idea to take a look at some resources before coming back with this video. The main objective today is to include the demo dataset. Including demo dataset is a good idea to improve the user experience of your package by providing them with reproducible examples that they can use in your function documentations. For example, if I take a look at the filter function of the dplyr package, if I scroll a bit, I can come to the example section, and I have many examples with a dataset called Star Wars that I can use directly. I can copy and paste into my R console. It's very comfortable for a user to go to the help section of a given function and to be able to copy paste some code, to understand how it works. We are going to try to do the same thing today with this package demo data. Okay. So let's start with a blank file. I'm going to use this use data row. The objective is to start with a raw CSV file, to read it, to clean it, to create a random sample, and to include the clean data, the sample, into as a demo dataset into our package. Okay, so let's start with use data. We must precise the name of our future demo dataset. In this case, it will be Star Wars _ sample. So what happened? At the root of our package, we now have a data row folder. And if we go inside this folder, we have a Star Wars sample.r file, which is already open here. This file is supposed to store the code that will be needed to prepare our future demo dataset. Okay. I told you before that we are going to work with a raw CSV file, so I need to put this CSV file into my data row folder. So I'm going to do it. Coming back in a few seconds. Data row. Okay, now I have starwars.csv. This file can be found into the GitHub repository of the dplyr R package. Okay, so we're going to need read R. Okay, we're going to need dplyr. So the first step is to read my CSV files, Star Wars row, read CSV, data row, Star Wars CSV. Okay, so I have 87 rows, 14 columns. What I want to do is to give to my user a random sample of 10 rows of this data frame. Okay, so let's use dplyr. Star Wars sample, Star Wars row, sample n. I did not load dplyr, maybe sample. Oh, okay, sample n, size equal 10. Okay, let's take a look at this data frame. Okay, I have my 10 rows, 14 columns, everything is okay. Now that I have cleaned and prepared my dataset, I have to put it in a special folder for this dataset to be directly usable by my package users when they will run library demo data. Okay, so now I need to use data, the name of my dataset, and I can keep overwrite equal true to be able to reproduce this process later if I need it. Okay. So what happened? Creating the folder data, saving Star Wars samples to data Star Wars samples.rdr. And I have a warning that I will look a bit later. Okay, I have my data folder and I have Star Wars sample.rdr. So the files, the objects that will be stored in the data folder need to be saved as a .rdr. Need the extension rdr to be usable into this package. Okay, so now I need to document my data. You are probably more used to document your function, but documenting data is also mandatory into our package. If you want to run a DevTools check that is with no errors, no warnings, no notes, you need documentation to your data. And it's a good idea to provide, once again, your user with the best experience possible. Okay, so let's document our data. We're going to use check helper for this task. Check helper, use data doc. I need to use once more the name of my demo dataset, Star Wars sample. Okay, so what happened? Adding the data documentation in R doc Star Wars samples.r. Okay, coming back. Okay, now I have this file, and this is the skeleton of the documentation of the dataset. You need to keep the main structure of this file, but you can edit some fields that we are going to describe. Okay, the description can be edited. Okay, a random sample of the Star Wars dataset from dplyr GitHub repository. I can keep the sentence, a data frame with 10 rows, 14 variables, okay? And I can edit some fields. I need to keep describe, item, etc., 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 but I can edit those fields, for example. So 8 can be 8 in centimeters, for example, okay? This file is stored into the R folders. The real documentation, the official documentation of our package is stored into the man folder. So I need to translate it from the R folder into the man folder, okay? For this task, I'm going to come back to my previous file, and I'm going to use DevTools document. Okay, writing Star Wars samples.rd and writing get and df.rd. Okay, this file is not really useful for the moment. We'll take a look at it a bit later. Okay. What I can do is I have two solutions. I can simulate the installation of my package with pkg load to see if everything is okay, if my documentation is up to date, etc., etc., or I can install my package. Okay, so let's install it. It takes only a few seconds. Okay, library demo data, and now I can use data Star Wars sample, and I can use directly into my R console. So I have data frame with 10 rows, 14 columns. It will be the same that you probably do, with iris, empty cars, etc., etc. So I have my data set. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at its documentation. Question mark, Star Wars sample. Okay, I have its documentation. The description is okay. The 8 seems okay, etc., etc. Okay, it's fine. I could have filled the source, for example, in giving the URL of the GitHub repository of the dplyr package. Okay, so everything is okay for the dataset. It is included into my package. It is documented. It could be useful to use this demo dataset into the example of a function of my demo data package. Okay, so let's come back a bit into the R folder. Sorry. I have this function get enrows df. It takes as an input data frame and only gives a message about the number of rows of this data frame. Okay, so my documentation is quite okay, but it would be nice to have an example for my user. Okay, so let's have an example section. Data Star Wars sample and get enrows df. Df equals Star Wars sample. Okay, once more, I need to use DevTools document to update the documentation of my package. Okay, sometimes we forget to do this. DevTools document. I can install my package once more, or I could have run pkg load. Okay, it would be quite the same. Library demo data. Okay, let's take a look at the help of the get enrows df function. Now, into the example section, I have the example that I just produced. data star sample, get and rows df equal star sample. So let's click on the run examples. Okay, my example is run, and I have the message. This df has 10 rows. Okay, so my package has a function, and I have also included a demo dataset to show to my user how to use this package, how to use this function. So it's quite a very simple function, but with more difficult example, it could be it's improved massively the user experience. So I hope that you had a good time. See you soon, and have include many demo dataset as much as you love into your R packages. Bye bye.